Hey folks, welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy XII. I'm MysteriousSJG. I'm picking up from the pause screen, which I normally do when I'm in the middle of a session, but I'm starting a session. It is exciting. Except that for some reason I don't have sound, so let me fix that real quick. You probably have sound, I do not. Yeah. Alright. So, last time... Oh man, I meant to actually watch the last video. I know I got to Pirate Town, and I got a bunch of new hunts to go on. And to that end, let us talk to the Sky Pirate.
There's a lot to be said for leisurely journeys with airships, gate crystals, and chocobos. You're practically there the moment you leave. Cough, cough.
Alright, so at any rate, the next place the plot wants us to go is back down to the Feywood, which will get us over to Giruvegan. That's an awfully long way away, but the game doesn't really expect you to travel there. Oh, no, we're at Balfenheim Port. It seems pretty far away from Arcades, because it is. And I don't think we'll ever be this far north again. I believe, well, the next place we need to actually go, from what little I remember the plot, after we get done at Giruvegan, there's going to be this big, wonky crystal, well, you know what? I don't even remember. I know there's a big, wonky crystal dungeon, but I don't know where it physically is, and I'm not 100% sure you get to revisit it. You must be able to, because there's all sorts of loots in there you can miss on your first pass. But the map is actually pretty well filled out. Like, the endgame takes place in a place that isn't unlocked yet, but it's kind of not revisitable either. It's like an event series of battles that we're not super far away from, but we're not real close either. We got a bit of story left, but as I recall, like, the ultimate final optional super bosses and stuff, I think, are mostly places we've already been to. It's just that we haven't gotten far enough in the game for them to pop yet. So what we're going to do in this, I've got time to record a couple of videos. I could advance the plot, but my last recording session was just all plot. So I think it's time for us to have a couple of videos of hunts, because I'm doing fairly close to 100% clear on this game. Because, you know, I don't know, when I play these RPGs, usually I'm either like, I want to full clear it, or I kind of don't want to bother to play it at all. That being said, we've got a whole bunch of hunts we've already completed. Then we get to a bunch in a row that we just unlocked, and then there's a bunch after that we've already completed. So these are like, I guess these are all hunts that were unlocked by talking to what's his face, the Moogle at our clan Centario. Because these are just like regular hunts. So in theory, these should be, generally speaking, easier than these were. Although some of these were kind of low level. They were high-end hunts for the time in the game when they first become available. Let's put it that way. On account of that's the correct way to put it. I came to this screen for a reason, JG, damn it. So, Homesick Man Arcades, did we already talk to him? Yes. We already talked to this person, too. This person we haven't talked to yet, and they're in Arcades. This person we haven't talked to yet, they're in Arcades. This person we haven't talked to yet, they're in Albina. This person we haven't talked to yet, they're in Albina. So we really need to go to Arcades and Albina. So let's do that. The other thing we could do is see what happens when you exit this place through just, you know, the exit. I'm completely turned around now because you don't have Salt on Lidar here. So let's actually leave Balfenheim Port and see if we get a cinematic at all. I haven't seen an orange crystal around here, and there usually is going to be one in each town. So if we just leave town, we'll get whatever cinematic it is that explains where to go next, if we haven't already seen it. And then we, Beldame. Been in this town, they look tough, but, oh ho, whatever. There is plot stuff happening here where there's guys in this town who don't like the current boss, who is the guy that we've talked to. And this would appear to be the exit from the city. Hardy pirate.
Are you talking to me? What, going to Gurvagan? What's that?
I prefer working to rambling. After a way I work and a night of drinking. I wouldn't have been averse to that when I was a little younger. Now I can't quite make myself get up in the morning for work if I had a night of drinking. What is you? You looking for work? Sorry, boy. The loads we carry are too heavy for a human. Now, out of the way.
The loads that they carry are too heavy for a human like me. Ah, now there's a fresh face here to work the docks. You'd be well to speak with Redis. He's a busy man, though. If you get a chance, take it.
If you get a chance, take it. Me and my mates are up for some gill, whatever. Losing interest. Like to buy a map, Kupo? Sure. Sorobi Step has got some... I don't even know if there's a reason to be at this Sorobi Step. Plot-wise... Well, I think after we're done with the Feywood Redux, I believe eventually we gotta... But I have a map of the Sorobi Step! Oh, whatever. I just bought it!
I thought to journey my Chocobo Kupo Choco.
They will sell you Chocobo rides, Gertie. Chocobo stables, 800 gil. Show her the feather of the flock. I probably should have actually read the dialogue there.
What a strange feather. Did you hear something? Hey, who said that? You heard me.
You heard me. I'm a chocobo, innit? Just 'cause a bloke on the short side don't make him a bloomin' cockatrice.
By the way, folks, I was actually recording or processing a video as I record this, which I don't usually do because it's usually asking for trouble, and it just successfully completed. So congratulations to my computer.
People these days no respect and they give me worse. And they're even worse back in Gaza. Can't do nothing, go for a straw, and they stick you back in a pin. I put up with it for years, but when I saw me chance, I was off, and I ain't never going back. Not that they'll find me out here, of course.
Did you hear that? How odd. I wonder what it was. Oh dear, very strange chocobo has gotten...
Fuck you, guy. I'm trying to...
Oh, that's no fun.
Whatever. Alright, so there was... I don't know what was going on with the feather of the flock, but now I got a new place to teleport to and from. Although actually we probably want to take the airship to get to Arcades for that stuff, because that'll be one more bit of that quest that we've completed, where you're flying all over the damn place talking to all the sisters. Sorobi Step, dialogue, or just this? So, again, this is like big old open zone. It goes somewhere. Actually, I could be wrong. It might be the final optional boss is at some kind of big temple up in this direction. So at the moment, there's no reason to go to Sorobi Step, but you can. And we've had plenty of videos where I explored stuff before we needed to get there. But honestly, for right now, I want to go back and do hunts. So while eventually it will be a good idea to come back here to do hunts, for right now, there's no purpose. I think there will be monsters in the Sorobi Steppes amongst the hunts we need to do, but we haven't talked to everybody yet, so... Hello there! Well, did you find your kingly treasure? It's good to see you again. I don't remember who this guy is.
I'd have thought you were lucky to escape that flying fiend's attempt to your life, but to best it, that's more than luck.
Oh, these guys are hanging outside of the tomb of King Wraithwall, I think. That's a long ways back. Aha, true. Guess there's more to you than BCI, boy. Friend the word of advice. You going to the Sorobi Steppes? Heed the weather. Days in a range, the elementals come out to play, and take my word for it, there's little fun to be had in their games. Of course, you'll want to go prepared, but I don't care to buy anything. And he's selling stuff. Let's start from the bottom and go up. He is not selling anything we give a crap about Woppet-wise. Armor-wise, no. Nope.
Nope. 'Cause, 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 'cause
Wow, I really don't give a crap about your inventory. You do sell teleport stones, which I guess used to be kind of a difficult thing to come by. Grab a few, oh, treasure chest. Steal all your stuff. Oh, this is a lot more money. Well, not a lot more. That's a bit more money than I just spent. So that's interesting. And the guy shot greens, which I just got done buying a bunch of. And I'm not using much of anyway. I guess I could hop on a chocobo as far as exploring this zone goes. If I wanted to just quick explore Cerobi Steppes, chocobo wouldn't be a bad way to do it. Cerobi Steppes might be my new place to grind for levels. Although I've been spending my off-screen grinding for levels while watching Rift Tracks or whatever time recently. Trying to get myself ready for the Neo DLC. By grinding for levels in that game. No. I've almost finished repairing the straw, Kubo. I'm working morning into night. Shouldn't be much longer. That's nice, because eventually the plot will allow us to have the straw. For now, it's not doing that. We'll do Arcades first. We'll do Albina first, and the reason we're doing Albina first is because when we get to Arcades, we actually can walk from there to the Socian Cave Palace, where at least one or two of the marks that we need to hunt are.
Good day, sir. Take it to Albina, would you?
Leisure Craft. I think that's the one that lets you actually wander around. Which we want to do, not for so much because there's a bunch of exciting dialogue, but because we have a quest that involves talking to the head steward ladies, I think. Tattooed scalp guy is excited that we're leaving. And I'm sipping tea because I'm very genteel, I swear.
Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to welcome you aboard on behalf of the East Police Company. Your captain for our voyage is Mr. Nalba, with Mr. Ora, Mrs. First Officer. I am Chief Steward Giselle, despite my voice. The cabin's available and blah 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 blah.
Head for the Sky Salon and talk to Giselle.
Ah, the fellow my brother was talking about here really making a serious fun of this, are you? 4 sisters ago, though, you won't last.
That's what they say about you, buddy.
How may I help you, sir? We have cabins available if you'd like to make whatever.
I have a letter from Anne.
You know my sister Anne? Well, I'm Twara, even though apparently you thought I was somebody else because you thought I was Giselle. Please make your acquaintance now. Where's that letter? Present from Mother, a lovely idea, gathering flowers for her name day, don't you think? But why deliver this letter for her? Ah, she must have some new magic up her sleeve. She's always had a penchant for such. Now, here, take the letter back. My sister Carol should be next. Thank you, sir.
Oh, fuck you, asshole.
Friend of mine went off to Albina. Better off rotting in the dungeon. A drink, my good man. One Albina coming up. Barely made it out of there alive. Pretty girl found me. Bought a skin of the finest water I'd ever drunk. Nice story, bro. And I love the way you tell it. Observation parlor. So I guess we'll just hop up on deck and well, see what's for sale, but Rhyme Fangs? Might not be a terrible idea to have some of these around for cases where magic is, you know, broken by special battle conditions and enemies are immune to physical attacks. You can start throwing out Rhyme Fangs as like something to do. Certainly you can buy teleport stones everywhere. Blood Run Cold. I feel the need to come up on deck just in case this triggers a battle with Death Gaze, because that is a hunt we need to fight, but I don't know if we've actually done everything we need to do to get it to come out yet. Carry on my wayward sea. People can pause and read the dialogue if I'm not reading it. Probably should be. He's a migrant laborer. ... Leave me be. I'm in no mood for talk. Oof. I'm a touch seasickness. Please go, boy. Leave me be.
Do you think it's because of the reconstruction in Albino? At least so you can bank on board. I mean, it's not helping me relax.
Okay, thanks for your casual racism, lady. No one ever said it'd be easy earning a living, but there are limits to what a man can take. How many times have I left the cruise in Albina? How many times have I gone dragging myself back? Man can't live without gil in his pocket. I feel like I gotta talk to everybody in case one of them triggers the battle, but I guess every time you fly to Albina, you get the same crew. Either that or I've already actually flown this exact Boonswoggled bookkeeper. Heavy labor. So this guy signed up to be a bookkeeper, but he's doing heavy labor. You've heard of Theodora the Highborn, I presume. The epic tale of romance and intrigue set against the backdrop of Albina Fortress. To think I'll soon walk the byways of the novel. I can't wait. I have not read or seen Game of Thrones. This felt like the time to make that confession. I bought the books on Amazon for my Kindle and then just never got around to reading them. I need to give that a go at some point. So this steward will not let you have to talk to the chief steward to get to those rooms. You can't just walk up to the door and talk to the person standing in front of them. Okay, so we're going to... We delivered another letter. We did our piece for this quest, and now we're going to Albina, where we need to talk to people and get more hunt missions. I have a stinking feeling this battle is going to be entirely walking back and forth to talk to people. But I beg you to consider, folks, as you watch this LP and see an entire 30-minute video pass without actual combat, that I'm periodically using the kind of in-game frame skip option the Zodiac Age has. You didn't have that in the PS2. So a 30-minute video of walking around trying to get hunt quests but not actually doing the combat could have been 45 minutes easy. This was a game that had some really, really good elements and incredibly slow pacing when it first came out. Clan Primer, hunts. So we got to talk to a guy who's right in here with us. And a guy who's out in the zone. No, he's not right in here with us. We actually have to leave this. We have to leave the airport here. If I can figure out how to get. Oh, that's right. This place is like closed off, weird doors. This guy's going to escort us out because we're not allowed to walk around the fortress. Because I believe, in theory, this was where the first level of the game was set, and they don't want us revisiting those old stomping grounds. So somebody around here, and I didn't make a note of exactly where. Stonemason. I probably should have, though. That would be faster than going around checking everybody. Oh, so he's right next to the entrance, and he is Barong. And after him is Popol. So let's keep an eye out for Barong. You're not Barong, are you? No, you are an Imperial. Oh, Barong is hiding in the corner. Oh yes, that last adventure was good, quite good. My pages grow in number. I just talked to myself loud enough for you to hear, You were watching me. You're here to send me back to my workshop, are you? What's this? You're just an ordinary adventurer. Ah, yes, an adventurer. An adventurer. Could I chew your ear for a moment? I promise not to hold you for long. After I've chewed off your ear, I'll kill you quickly. I'm a writer of bestiaries by hobby and trade. Now Vine is an excellent place to pick the brains of wandering adventurers as they pass. The trouble comes in learning of more rare, powerful beasts, half of whom see them run, and the other half never make it back. Quite a quandary. So the idea struck me to petition hunts for these monsters. Not bad, eh? Oh, if you're here about my bill for Goliath, splendid, splendid. Goliath is a friend of David, of course, David's dog. Are you willing to go and fight this monster, eh? You're willing. There's a good lad. I'll tell you what I know, though it's precious little. Goliath is a golem that walks the halls of the Necrohall of Nabudes. They say it's most easily found when entering from the Deadlands. It's fierce and dangerous. But what's a little danger in exchange for another page out of my bestiary, eh? Good luck. What do I care about your bestiary? Well, whatever. I guess I'll get paid something for completing the quest. My bestiary won't be complete until I've done that. Don't worry, I'm sure there's nothing you can't handle. Alright. So, Necrohall of Nabudes. Once we've talked to all the petitioners, we can plan the most efficient way to actually hit all of these places we're expected to go to. Oh, Popall. You seem nervous. We're tired. Oh, I haven't slept in days, so I can't sleep. A bill? Ah, right, the bill. That's just like our boat. Every night the same dream, a death scythe, waiting to seize my soul. Will you help me? Will you rid me of this demon? Sure. Who would have thought I'd be so happy just to find someone to listen to my story? Where to begin? I suppose I've no one to blame but myself. Not long ago I went to the Necrohall of Nabudes. Well, again, I was looking to find weapons, anything. Alright, I was grateful robbing, I admit it. Tales of the Reaper of Nabudes are far known. Spirits of warriors who could not defend their king in life, and so fight on in death. It said they become death scythes, hunting anyone foolish enough to plunder the Sit Lane. Well, maybe death scythes don't involve riding around an airship in this game. They're just stories, I said, but ever since when I close my eyes to sleep, it's there waiting, surrender the axe. They say it weakens its victim before taking its soul, and I don't know how much longer I can hold on. You must kill it, and quickly. I'm sure you'll see it where I found the axe. I entered the ruins and went down a stairway, walked further in, and then took another stairway up. It's deep into the ruins, and I know it's much to ask, but I've nowhere else to turn. Please, I don't want to die. That's, the hunt begins, and apparently has nothing to do with the airships. Death Scythe haunts me, weakening the victims. Okay, you will be there. That takes wrong button. That takes us to, I believe it's now time to Necrohall of Nabudes, Necrohall of Nabudes. I gotta go Arcades to figure out where these two even are. Then I got a Sarobi Step one and Soshin Cave Palace. So we will fly to Arcades and get a few more locations, and it really seems unlikely that we're going to do any fighting in this video. But, you know, a quick trip to Arcades, and then we'll have 6 marks laid out to fight. It's a world of exposition, folks. On the aerodrome. So you don't actually book flights anywhere. Right. Oh, they're all over here. Balfenheim, Arcades. There we go.
Good day, sir.
Go by Leisure Craft, although I think this one we might have already seen. Eventually we're going to get to flying back and forth between Balfenheim and a bunch of other places that we haven't been to before. Or that we have been to before, excuse me, just not taking the route between there and Balfenheim. Do I get to skip this? Yeah. Okay, Mr. Nadiz. It's Giselle again. Impudent boy. Grime and stench.
I'd rather not have your...
Yeah.
Would you mind not standing so close? I'd rather not have your grime and stench.
Alright, so this is a ship that has rich people on it. Potions and remedies being sold at this store. So the stores are a little different from ship to ship. Would you like to buy something to remember your voyage by? Like Guy Shaw greens. Now I'm not sure why I'm bothering to come up on the flight deck for any of these flights. Suspicious banger.
Can't find a seat anywhere.
I bet the fool got on the wrong ship. Wow, I'm planning for nothing. A man of renown, vigil for the Black King, Theodore the Highborn. I grow tired of this historical fare. My next work shall be one of high adventure. Oh, never mind. This is the author of the book that the lady on the previous ship was into. For what to write about, inspiration eludes me. I had hoped a stroll on deck might break the silence of my muse. Great. Do I get to offer him any? Is he just showing up being... No, he just says the same thing. I don't have the option of really doing anything with this. Whatever. See that boy walking just over there? The very image of my own son. His mother and I have separated, and he lives with her, you see. I imagine he must be nearly as tall as that boy there now. You didn't do very well in the loss, like in the divorce, if you don't even have visitation rights at all. Oh, I don't know that that's true. Maybe he has visitation rights, and he's melancholy today, but 99.99% of the time he would never even consider seeing his son. Who knows? Alright, just in case we haven't already done this one, we will go chat with these two. Lurshel. And, oh, we already...
How may I help you, sir? We have cabins available.
I have a letter from Anne.
Letter from Anne? You know my sister? Well, I'm Carol. Pleased to make your acquaintance. So this letter?
So far, we've been pretty lucky about not hitting the same flights twice in a row. Mother always liked flowers. What bring you here?
But what brings you here, errand boy? She weave her magics on you?
Jeez, fuck you, lady. I'm trying to help your family.
Here's the letter back. You've still got our 3 youngest sisters to go. Say hello to Sam for me when you see her, will you, errand boy? Little bitch.
Sorry. No, is this really like basically telling me that I'm a sucker? I'm assuming that there's some kind of reward for this quest. This is like the only way to get the Zodiac Spear in this game or some shit like that. I keep joking about the Zodiac Spear. It is like the most notoriously easy weapon to get screwed out of obtaining in the original version of the game. I don't remember which character I even gave spears to as a Woppet, but I think it might be Balthier. No, he's got poles. It's penetrator crossbow. It's I think it's Fran who has the ability to use spears. Yeah, but I never freaking use them because I prefer to have a ranged weapon. I guess if the Zodiac Spear becomes available, Fran will probably start using the Zodiac Spear. But whatever. Alright, just for the sake of having some sense that this video was for something, let's make sure we talk to both of the guys that we haven't figured out where their hunt is in this video, even if it goes just a little long. And then when we come back for the next video, we will be completely free and clear of that and totally down. We'll be completely prepared to go out and start actually fighting these marks. So we've got the Valley of Muted Size. So this guy's in Old Arcades. And the Technique Shop. Alright.
Zodiac Gangster.
So one reason you wouldn't... Zodiac Spear, used by the Zodiac Gangster. So one reason you wouldn't see, unless somebody really went out of their way, you wouldn't see the airship quest completed because airships are just a slower way to travel and kind of take up extra time for, other than this one quest, little reward. Once you've got, once you hit all the teleport stones, there's really no reason to ever travel by any means other than teleport stones, except for the fact that you have this one specific quest associated with taking all the airships. So, Bulwark's techniques. Bulwark's techniques. Jim J. Bullock's techniques. Oh, I didn't get the guy's name, but if we see someone with a character name, that's probably the guy. Ooh, I'm the Chopmaster. Although, wasn't somebody called Insecure Seek? Maybe it is Insecure Seek. Oh, you must be here to see me about the bill. See, I need to kill a seriously tough monster to impress the ladies. Thought an overlord should do the trick. Spawn more overlords. Only, I'm not so sure I can handle it. Thought I'd call in some help. Be ready, don't want to keep the ladies waiting. Well, boy, are you in or out? Why is everyone calling me boy? Errand boy, now you're calling me boy? So we're hunting an overlord down in the Soshan Cave Palace. Once we kill her, I'll be beating the ladies back with a stick. The Zodiac spear. Did he say Soshan Cave Palace? I know he literally just said it, but I was kind of zoning out. Yeah, okay. That's good, because I've already got a mark to do there, and that won't involve traveling, like teleporting, because that is... Seeing as this zone here, I guess I eventually get to go here. Yeah, what the hell, game? Well, you know what? In the next video, we'll check and see if I can get up here, because I have all the chops. I should be able to go wherever I want. Anyway, but let's go back to Old Arcades and knock out all of these chatting with people to figure out where marks are stuff. But Soshan Cave Palace, because, like, this plot ends and we're teleported on the world map. We wrap up our plot here and we get teleported all the way from here. Oh, looks like the Cerobi Steps will connect with the Tichta Uplands. I did not know that. But seeing as we go here and teleport down to here, this is the only dungeon that connects physically on the map to Arcades. So Old Arcades is actually a pretty small map compared to Fancy Pants New Arcades. So the slum's pretty contained, as it were. But foolishly, I forgot to actually figure out exactly the name of the guy that we're going to go hunt, or find here. And his name is Furman. And he is on this screen. So we should be able to call it a video here shortly when we find Furman. Furman Thomas. He's a broken man. No, this is just a fun area to visit with broken men, knots of rust. Really gives you a sense of exciting and fun fantasy adventure to come to some place full of characters like Broken Man. Hey, Furman, are you telling everyone the story about a monster? I was just telling these youngsters about the ruins in the Tichta Uplands. It's been my life's work studying them. According to legend, the ancient people sealed away a terrible worm in those ruins. 4 shrines there were, each with an iron colossus to hold the worm at bay, but now a worm roams the uplands once more. These worms are one and the same, I'm certain. Ah, you've come about the bill, and I ask you to kill the beast before it grows too strong. The beast is the lindworm. Will you hunt it? Sure. The iron colossuses of Tichta Uplands are only legend. No proof of them or the worm have I found, but with your help, find it I shall. You must fell the worm before it regains its lost strength. You don't even know it exists. They say it will only appear under cover of Cloud. Search with this in mind. And much like Cloud appeared in Final Fantasy Tactics, you know that Baltier appears in the Final Fantasy Tactics remake? If the legends are to be believed, the Lindworm keeps to the highlands in Tichta. I pray you find it in time. Alright. The Paul Lindworm. Well, that was more of a... that wasn't really a Paul Lindworm sound so much as a Charles Nelson Riley worm sound, but
Well, I really certainly am the Paul Lindworm.
Okay, I'm an idiot. When we come back, folks, I guess we'll take out the Soshan Cave Palace ones first, but what I would really like to do is see if we can actually get to every place in Arcades, because we've got like the best possible chops. We should be able to. We'll see about that next time. Bye-bye.